What's up, dude? Good morning. I see you. Everything. Morning sunshine. That's funny. All right. Okay, market opens up in 3 minutes, and we will be start trading in 3 minutes. Some water. There we go. Bitcoin just had a big impulse move to the upside. We've been marking that out. Okay. And then let's do this. All right. Okay, market opens up in 1 minute and we'll start seeing things start to move. Just a friendly reminder for everybody who is trading futures on like Nasdaq, gold, and things like that, prop firms. Make sure you update your contracts to the 2026 contracts. Like, if you're trading Nasdaq, it's H6. I had that problem yesterday. All right. Blasted through Asia high and M5 high. So now I'm kind of interested to see how does Bitcoin react if it comes back down. I want to see what gold, if gold can hit this high up here. We also have Nasdaq. Let's see what Nasdaq's doing at this market open. We've hit the London high and this M15 high. This is where I was wanting to go short if we hit up into these levels and then potentially target some of these lower levels, but we'll see what Nasdaq kind of gives us here. Market just opened, so we're like 2 minutes in. Bitcoin's having a strong reaction off this M5 high. see what it kind of does here, but anything above this white line, we're looking to short. Anything below this white line, we're looking to long. I think we're gonna invert this guy. All right, minute 45 left on this 5-minute candle on Nasdaq. I think we're gonna potentially see some short opportunities here. I want to see how it rejects that London high. We do an auto break even? No, we can't. All right, so wherever this 1-minute candle closes will tell us where this 5-minute candle closes. All right, if we invert this 1-minute candle or 1-minute fair value gap, I will be going short on Nasdaq here. Okay, still no inversion. We did tap into this 5-minute fair value gap. Let's see what price does there. Gold not looking like it's giving us anything yet. Looks like another sweep of liquidity right here at this London high. So if we can push through, there's no for like a tiny. Let's see, would we even consider that? No, I'd rather sit on this guy unless we get some more other ones, but. All right, let's see. Do we get something right here? The next 30 seconds, we'll know. If we get this inversion, we'll be taking this short. Okay, we're short on Nasdaq. We're gonna see buy limit. We're gonna sell. Close this out now. Right there. Buy limit down there, and we'll also do a buy limit at this low here. All right, and then we'll leave a floater. All right, I feel confident in this one. I think this is good trade. Nice rejection off London high. Nice rejection off this 15-minute high. We are in premium of our range, and so we're targeting these lower prices down. We're not being greedy. We're targeting just this 50% line on the 15-minute time frame, and then this 15-minute or 5-minute low down here. So we'll see what happens here. But I think I really like these two rejections off London high and this 15-minute high. I think we should be pretty good. We'll see. Gold, doesn't look like gold's giving us anything over here. So we're going to be patient on gold. And Bitcoin, I don't really see. They had this pre-market rejection on this high, but it was pre-market. So I'm being patient to see if we get another rejection here. If we hit our first TP on Nasdaq, we'll be moving stops down to break even. Choppy as hell today. I think there's some clear ranges we can work with, though. It is choppy. I will agree with you on higher time frames. I'm gonna take off some risk, put it down to here. There we go. Because I don't want to see price come back up to that high. Let me see if all my things worked. I'll be bummed if they didn't. It looks like they all worked, so that's good news. Looked like my trade sinker is working today. Okay, we're almost to first TP. If we hit TP, we will be moving stops down to break even. And then we'll just kind of be watching it for displacement. He is right, though, Zach. He is right. Overall, it is a pretty choppy market. But this PA is pretty clean. I would agree with that. But we are in a choppy market on like higher time frames. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. We're almost to first TP. We're like, well, we were almost there. Now it kind of pushed back up, but. There we go. There we go. I'll move my. To be like right on that. There we go. Okay, I guess it is on the white line. I'm gonna leave my stops right where they're at. We'll see what happens here, but that's a very large wick. But we're at this 5-minute high here. I don't want to see price coming back up. Why did it not? Okay, I was like, why did it not close out my position? Okay, looks like we got stopped out there. Kind of, that's pretty crazy that it just did that. Why is everything so laggy? Okay, we closed out that position, got closed out. I wanted to move my stops down to that high because if price is going to come all the way down to this low, it didn't even hit this low, but then come all the way back up, I don't want to be a part of that trade. So I'm glad we were able to take off some risk. Let's see, what do we? Wait, why are these not closed? All right. I don't know what that noise is. Like a little beep. Okay, so we're gonna reassess on Nasdaq here, see how it reacts to this London high again, and see if it gives us something else here. But at this moment, I'm gonna kind of sit on my hands because that is a kind of crazy that it went all the way back up. But that's also like what who was saying that. With Mike, where he's saying it's a choppy market, kind of makes sense. Weird price action. I thought for sure we were gonna at least hit these lows down here, at least these two lows, but guess not. I'm not mad at that trade. I think that trade made sense, and I think that trade, I think it was well executed. It's a bummer that didn't play out. But I'm really glad we were able to take off some risks, so we didn't take a full loss. We only lost $135 on the accounts on that one, so not a bad loss. Bitcoin, still not seeing anything over here on Bitcoin or gold, so I'm just gonna be patient still too on these. If this wick would have came down a little bit lower, like right down to these lows on Nasdaq, this would have been like left a big wick like this. That would have been a signal to go long for me, but it never gave it. It's crazy that it didn't hit the low. Wow. There's not even news today. There's no news today. Right? There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing today. All the news is tomorrow. Whoa. Okay. Let's go to. Just want to make sure all my positions are closed. Okay. They're all closed. Okay, perfect. Good morning, Slayer. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, we're now heading to this day high on Nasdaq. How much time do we got on this 5 minute? All right. If we get an inversion on this guy, I think I might take another stab at a short. I just want to see how it reacts to this day high. And then I won't be greedy on this one. We'll just be shooting for like right at this 50% line, but looks like it's going to close through. Yeah, it looks like it's going to close through, so we're going to ignore any shorts. Yep. Okay. 5 minute close through the day high, so we ignore any short opportunities. And we're going to be patient here. Ooh. All right, dude. Oh, it doesn't have. Okay. I just went long here on Bitcoin. I really like the reaction it's giving here. And we're going to be targeting all right. Our first target for Bitcoin will be this 5 minute high here. I like the rejection that it just gave off this low, this 5 minute low. And I've been watching Bitcoin because if you look at the 15 minute time frame, it had this impulse range. And it just tapped into this fair value gap down here and discount of this range, and left a 5 minute rejection off that low. So I'm hoping that it can continue, but looks like it's going to continue through. So yeah, it looks like it might actually continue through. Well, on the 5 minute, we got a really nice rejection on that. And on the 1 minute too, when you look, there's a good displacement and inversions of these fair value gaps. It looks like it's going to stop us out here on Bitcoin. Unless it decides to rip up from here, but that was pretty big candles to the downside. We would need Bitcoin to push like right now. I'm watching on this 5 minute. Nasdaq's still not doing nothing for us. There we go, Bitcoin. And gold, still nothing for us on gold. So we'll be patient and still wait to see what it gives us this morning. We'll take off a tad bit of risk here on let's leave it. Let's leave it. Never mind. I'm just gonna leave it where it's at. If we can get an inversion here on Bitcoin, then I'll move my stop loss up a little. Yeah, it's not looking too hot on the Bitcoin one. Not yet. There it goes. Nope, not yet. Okay. Took a loss there on Bitcoin. Ah, that's a bummer. Dang, that rejection wick, I thought that for sure was it. We'll be patient then on Bitcoin and wait. See what it does down here. See what it does at these lower levels. Honestly, I think Bitcoin, the fact that it didn't hold there, I think it could go quite lower. Like if you go on the 1 hour time frame, oh yeah. I think this could go down to yeah. Large rejection on the 1 hour. I should have probably checked that out before I took that long. That totally makes sense of why we're going short. Actually, I'm gonna wait for this 5 minute candle to close, but it looks like we're failing to close through this low here. That 1 hour time frame, I don't know if I really want to go against that 1 hour time frame. I'm just gonna stick to my model. And I'm gonna wait for this 1 minute candle or 5 minute candle to close. But if we get this 5 minute candle like this, I'm gonna take another stab at a long and just follow my model here. Okay. We're taking another one at Bitcoin. I'm just following the model of it's set up again, and maybe we just got unlucky on the first one, but hopefully this one plays out. So this is what the position looks like. Stop loss there. TP again at this high up here. Okay. We have again another rejection of below these lows and this low over here to the left in a fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame. So we're targeting this 5-minute external range liquidity up in the top will be our first TP, and then after that we'll just kind of see how far it can go. But let me set it up the exact spot where my entry is at. 9.3 7.94. This is my exact entry. There we go. All right, we'll see how this plays out. Hopefully we can get something good here. Nasdaq is still just ripping up, so we're gonna delete these levels here. And this guy. This guy. We're almost at day fair value gap up here on Nasdaq. That'd be an interesting spot for me. Yeah, that 1 hour candle engulfed almost that entire, that bullish candle on the 1 hour on Bitcoin almost engulfed that entire downward move. So hopefully we get something good here with Bitcoin. Gold's getting into like this H1 fair value gap. That, what is this, an H4 fair value gap? Did we just get it? No, we didn't. We don't get another 4 hour fair value gap for a little bit. Yeah, for another. Oh no, we did just get a fresh 4 hour and it inverted this guy. Okay. Okay. All right. Just want to check all my levels on, you know, all the time frames on the candles, see what they're looking like. Yeah, 1 hour on Nasdaq looks like it wants its day high in this day fair value gap. That'd probably be a better spot to look for shorts if we are going to look for anything. And see what gold gives us here too. Gold has this impulse range. Let's check out this. We have this move here. And we have a 15-minute fair value gap down here on gold that we need to make note of. That's in discount. So we're not allowed to long on gold unless it comes down to these levels at least. I would need to at least see it come down to these levels. This is shorting territory for gold to get back into a little retracement. Nasdaq's not at shorting territory yet, but it's getting close. That's right, we had this. Oh. But we would want to, if looking for shorts on Nasdaq, we're at this 15-minute fair value gap. And this 15-minute 50% line. Okay, we need to make note of those things. Okay. A play is coming on NQ. Yeah, I think so. I don't think our position we took earlier was bad. I think it was a good setup. But I think it was the early play, and we probably could have. I don't think it was bad at all. I would have taken that any day. But I think this play up here, when we hit this day fair value gap, will be something. Taking trading slower because of you. That's a good thing. Yeah, good. Yeah, take it slow. Be patient. Wait for trades to come to you. Don't chase trades. Patience is everything with trading. Wait for the trade, right? Wait for candlesticks to go to where you want them to go, right? And if they don't go where you want them to go, then that's okay. Take notes on if there was a trade, what did you miss, maybe, you know? Okay. Gold's starting to see some heavy rejection in this 1 hour fair value gap. But for me, there's still nothing there because I need to see a liquidity sweep on the 5 minute. So ideally, I would want to see this come up and sweep this high here before I take a short on gold. Like, it comes up and sweeps this and then gives me something. Yeah, there was one trade here. See these large rejections here on the 5 minute? That was off the London high. And I think it was a London high and like 15-minute highs. It had crazy big rejections. And we're just targeting these lows down here. And it got really close, but then, as you can see, it turned on us quickly. But these two candles here rejected on a key level that I was looking at. And gave me my entry signal, but then happened to not play out. There we go. Bitcoin's starting to give me some momentum to the upside now. We're still in this Bitcoin trade over here. I'm kind of hoping that this bullish momentum on Nasdaq kind of plays over into gold or Bitcoin. That Bitcoin starts to have a crazy bullish move. Because if you guys did not know, Bitcoin and Nasdaq are correlated assets. Bitcoin will follow what Nasdaq does. Do I use SMT? I don't use SMT. I know a lot of traders who do, and I hear a lot of people use it. But to be honest, I don't know why. SMT does not make sense for me. I don't know why. My brain doesn't understand it. I've tried to watch so many videos explaining SMT. I've tried to fully understand it. I don't know why. I really struggle. I really struggle to understand SMT. I kind of understand it where okay, if Nasdaq's making a higher low and S&P 500 is making a lower low, and maybe Nasdaq's a leading indicator and you can take the long on, I don't know. I don't know why I struggle with it. But I don't use SMT. I guess if I understand it correctly, I guess this is semi like an SMT on Bitcoin and Nasdaq, where Bitcoin made lower lows but Nasdaq made higher lows, and then Nasdaq pushed up, which indicates that it's a leading indicator. I understand breaker blocks, but I do not understand SMT. I don't know why. I struggle with it. It's weird. And that's okay. Like, not everyone uses SMT. Like, just because you don't know SMT doesn't mean you can't be a successful trader, right? I think a lot of times some people will. I used to be that way where, like, I would hear a concept that people would talk about and I could tell they were profitable and it worked for them. And when I couldn't figure it out, I would think I'm like, oh, dude, I'm never going to be profitable. Like, no, you don't have to use SMT. You can still be successful without it. So if there's a term or something I use or that you hear someone else use, don't worry if you aren't grasping it. Maybe there's a different concept that you use a lot. So I use SMT a lot, what we need to know. I don't understand like I don't understand the like the divergence. I guess is what, as simple as it is. Like, what time frame are you supposed to look on? Because I see people jump around on SMTs on like 1 minute, 5 minutes, all these different time frames, and they're like, oh, look at it. I don't know. I don't even know what to ask, to be honest. I've watched like TGR's video on SMT. I've watched PB Blake's videos on SMT, and I've watched like, who else? There's a lot of other people who do SMT videos, but I've tried to watch them all to understand, but all right. Bitcoin's kind of chopping around right now. It was looking good for a little bit there, but now it's coming back down. There's an unfilled 1 minute fair value gap that it could come and test. Actually, never mind. It's not unfilled. Sorry. But 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute key SMT times, they can happen in fractals, which is all time frames, but these are most important. Okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I would like to see Nasdaq attack this day fair value gap up here. In this leg. Focus only on when highs and lows are taken. More important, liquidity pool. Okay. Like this one where it hit London low. Or London high, I mean, sorry. I wonder what the S&P 500 looked like. Let me see. Let's see what the... So the S&P 500 looked like it didn't have as much crazy rejection as the NQ did. There we go, Bitcoin. Can we get some displacement? This whole morning, since market open on Bitcoin, there hasn't been a single fair value gap formed on the 5 minute. So I'm hoping that soon we can get some 5 minute fair value gaps formed to the upside in our favor. Some displacement. And then I can move my stops up wherever that displacement happens. Hopefully it will give it that. Hopefully it will give that to us. I want to see if the 1 minute, so the 1 minute on Bitcoin can break above like this consolidated highs here and give me a candle closure above these highs. I'm going to move my stops down to these lows on Bitcoin, but I first need confirmation before I do that for Bitcoin to break above and have a break of structure or market structure shift to the upside there. I literally hate it when I enter a trade on Bitcoin and it literally decides like, okay, now we're just gonna chop. We were moving really strong, but now we're just gonna chop. It's like, oh, you want to have a good day? Nah, not today. I'm hoping we can make up today. I'm hoping with our trades we can make up our losses from yesterday on Bitcoin. And today's loss, we'll see. If we can make like $100 today on Bitcoin, we'd be in the green for the week. All right, let's see. Will the 1 minute give me this break of structure here? And if so, I'll be moving my stop loss to the 5 minute order block. I want to see it close though above that high. Oh, oops. Let's do in the next 10 seconds. We'll do it. I think it might. I think it's going to go like right here. All right, it did it. So let's go to the 5 minute time frame and adjust our TP. Or not TP, sorry, stop loss. Okay, we've been able to take off half our risk. I love that. I love being able to take off risk. There we go. It's at that order block right here. So we've been able to take off half our risk on this position by moving stops up. Now hopefully we can come up and target this external range liquidity on the 5 minute. Yeah, I'm liking this momentum here on Bitcoin. Hopefully we can continue this momentum to external range liquidity up here. First TP on Bitcoin is actually going to be this high. I just noticed this high. We're going to do that high there and then this high up here. Set alarms on that. And I'll set alarms on our stop loss. So then we'll know if one of them is getting hit. So if we're like focused on something else, what's the best stocks to invest in? To be honest, I'm not really like a stock investor. I'm not like a swing investor. I'm more day trade Nasdaq and gold. So I would not be the best person to ask for that. I'll just be honest with you. I don't want to lie to you and like, try to make up some list that I don't have. So to be honest with you, I'm not really a stock trader. I'm a futures trader, and I only trade Nasdaq, gold, and Bitcoin at the moment. So those are the only three I do. So I guess one I would say is if you want to invest in gold, Nasdaq, or Bitcoin, that's what I would say. Those are great assets to all invest in, I think. Ugh. There we go, Bitcoin. Now you're moving. Now you're giving us some juice. If we can get a 5-minute fair value gap here, I'll move my stop loss up to the bottom of this 5-minute candle that has the fair value gap. That'll take off quite a bit of a risk. We would almost be to break even there. If we can hit our TP, I will move stops to break even and then just kind of trail from 5-minute displacement from there. See, not really seeing anything here over on Nasdaq here. I think I'm gonna be patient here on Nasdaq and wait for it to hit this. Let me see if I can add like a. Where's the? There. I want to see it. I want to see price hit into here. That's where I want to see. That's where I think we make some money. Right in that level. And then for gold, I kind of want to see the same thing. I kind of want to see gold hit right up into these levels. If it can sweep these one more time and then come down. There we go, Bitcoin. Come on. Beautiful. We're almost to first TP on Bitcoin. Move stops to break even. Hopefully this time it'll actually hit it. What stocks are we looking at? Sorry, I'm late. No worries. If you are on TikTok, I recommend turning your phone sideways. You'll see my full screen. We're looking at Bitcoin, gold, and Nasdaq. Those are the assets I trade every single day on Market Open. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Guys, if you don't know, Apex is running a 90% off sale on prop firms, which is all the accounts I trade on Nasdaq and gold. And that sale ends tonight. So if you use code MANIAC, make sure you sign up for Apex Trader Funding. That 90% off sale ends tonight. You can get a funded account for $19. Okay, no other company will give you a funded account for $19. Yeah, of course, Mike. Okay, hopefully we can hit this TP up there on Bitcoin, which is that purple line on my screen. So if you can't see it, thank you guys so much for liking the stream. If you can, like and share it. Hook someone up with it. We do this every single day. When it's in 2020, my IG was popping off since selling anything with bank. Nice, dude. I love it. I love it. I'm more newer to prop firms. I really started last year. Oh, no. Prop firms were 2024. That was when I first started prop firms. Really took them seriously in 2025. And now our goal is to scale these prop firms to payouts. I have $500K in funding. So I'm hoping I can get, scale these to some decent payouts in 2026. And I'm literally be showing you guys the entire journey. I'm going to be showcasing everything. I'm going to give updates every day on my accounts. Where are they at? What are we at towards a payout? So far and so on and so forth. So I'm excited for 2026. I feel like I've put in the work in 2025. I feel very disciplined. I feel very confident in my systems. And so I hope 2025 is the year where things start to turn around. Or 2026 is the year. Sorry, not 2025. All right, maybe this candle will give us the TP on Bitcoin here. It's that 5-minute high up here. Right about a 2R is where our targets are at. Right under. I think the first TP is like right under a 2R. It's like 1.63R. Then the second TP is 1.91R. And then after that, our next TP would be this day high up here. So we'll just kind of be patient. Take TPs as they come. And trail stops as we get opportunities. No, it's okay. I use micros too. I don't use minis. I don't use minis. I like micros. I think micros are fun because you can like really scale, especially when you are able to scale your account up to like you're trading 10 micros or something. You can scale out. Have a bunch of TPs. Are you in a trade right now? Yes, I'm in a Bitcoin trade. We're almost the first TP on our Bitcoin trade. We're up floating $60.75 right now. I can show you the trade right here. I'll show you the actual live trade on Bitcoin. This is a live trade. So if you guys are like actually wondering, is he in a trade? Yeah, this is like this. You can see my P&L, stop loss, take profit up here. We're taking off 25% at that first TP. Hopefully we can hit it. Price is kind of being funky right now. What about NQ? No, I'm not in a trade on NQ yet. If you look on my NQ chart, that money bag is kind of like where I'm targeting. Of where I'd like to see price go. That day fair value gap, we're really close to that day fair value gap where that's gonna be a magnet for price to come to. So I'm gonna be patient and wait for price to come to that day fair value gap and that day high before I try to take another stab at net NQ. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you guys. If you can, like and share. If you guys know, I don't know if I haven't really talked about it. I'm going to start talking about it more in 2026, but Blowfin, you can copy trade me on Blowfin. If you use the link in my bio, or if you're on like YouTube, the link down below in the description. If you sign up on Blowfin, you can deposit into an account and actually copy trade my Bitcoin account, the same one that I'm taking this trade on. And you literally would be copying the same exact setups I do, same exact trades. It's not financial advice, but it's a cool opportunity that I have and partnered with Blowfin to give me this opportunity to allow you guys to copy trade me on a cool exchange. So I love it because like when I make money on crypto, I can take that money out the same day. Where when you make money on these prop firms, you got to follow their rules and hit targets which is good, and you should be doing that stuff. But when you can take, with crypto, when you can take your payout or your profits out immediately, that's really nice. So that's why I wanted to do it. So as I become more and more profitable throughout this year with this account, you guys can take advantage of that also. So link is in my bio if you want to take advantage of it. I think I'm gonna move my stops up to break even here, a little bit above break even here on Bitcoin, just because I'm not loving this like price action that it's doing right now. Our stop loss is now right below this wick here that I see, right there. So we're in profit on this trade, but I'm just not liking how wicky we're getting, and we're not still seeing that momentum. We still haven't gotten any fair value gaps, so I'm not liking the price action I'm seeing right now on this move to the upside. I wanted to be a little bit more aggressive, so I want to protect ourselves here on this trade a little bit, so we don't come back down to take a loss. And if anything, we're gonna make a little bit of money on this trade. Not a lot, but we'll make some. And now, because we've made this 5-minute high, if we can make it there, our next target is actually this 5-minute high. You see a 15-minute time frame? Yeah. I think we might be getting stopped out here. Yeah, I didn't like that price action. The fact that all of a sudden it's like wicking like crazy, getting close to this external range liquidity. The external range liquidity should act as a magnet for price, not doing this. Okay, we just got tapped out there on our trade on Bitcoin. So we ended that one a winner, but still red for the day. So bummed that we weren't able to capture more on that, but we'll see if Bitcoin does anymore. I just didn't like what it was doing here. The fact that it was really starting to get wicked out there and starting to reject and invert all these fair value gaps on the 1 minute. And now it's pushing pretty strong to the downside. So I would rather protect my position than watch it come all the way back down. And that was something in a video I made today. I posted, I said, accept your losses quickly, right? Now this isn't a loss, but we accepted the fact that, hey, this is going against us now. Let's not be delusional here, and let's like pay attention to that. See the 1 hour time frame? Yeah, it's very wicky. And there's no fair value gap here to protect our position, so I could see this still falling if Bitcoin wanted to. So this position, yeah, it barely made us anything on this trade. I'll show you guys the trade right now, the P&L. This is the P&L on that trade we just took on Bitcoin. $9.10 is what we made on that. So not much. We were basically break even. I want to see. It could still work out, but I'm just not liking the price action that it's like displaced or anything. It might, watch, it's gonna punish me for moving it up. I'm not really liking this price action. It's kind of choppy on Bitcoin too. And in the 15-minute time frame. Let's see 1 hour real fast. 1 hour is looking more bullish than bearish, but we're getting these massive 1 hour rejection wicks right now on these highs. Let's see what it does here. We've taken 2 trades on Bitcoin today. We have 1 more trade. We're allowed to take a max of 3 trades a day. If we get a setup, we can potentially take 1 more trade with Bitcoin, but I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for that setup to come to me and not just chase a trade to just get another trade to hopefully get green. I like to wait for them to come to me. So I have my levels that I would look for. Like to see if maybe we'll sweep this low here or something like that. But as of right now, like my short opportunity would have been if price swept these highs. Price never made it to those highs. That would have been a short signal for me. It came up short to those, which is why my targets were up there. Because if it decided to reject those highs, give me large rejection wicks, and then invert fair value gaps to the downside, that's an indication we go short, because now we're in premium of that range. But right now, it never gave me anything it gave me no indication that I'm supposed to go short here. So kind of bummed that we don't get to take advantage of it, but that's why we take off that risk. Look at that. It would have came down and stopped us out in the red. So I'm glad I mitigated that and was paying attention to those wicks up there. I'm watching gold here. Gold here is in discount of this range now and into a higher time frame footprint. I want to see how it reacts to this 5-minute low here. Right there. I want to see how it reacts here and see if it gives us any kind of potential long opportunity. Nasdaq still nothing, but we'll see what gold kind of gives us. This is the nearest fair value up on gold. So we'd have I'm liking what it's doing at this low here in discount of the 15-minute range. So we'll see what kind of we get here. So Bitcoin might give us a setup here to go long and attack like this high here. And before you ever take a trade, you should have your map of where you're going to target, right? So if you're going to take a trade, you should know before you even enter the trade, where are my TPs at, right? I already know this is first TP, this is second TP. What is that noise? What is that noise? Let me pull up my trade sinker just to make sure everything works when I go to take this. $17 units? Oh my gosh, I think I paid attention. I would have accidentally market bought 17. I would have been sick if it worked, but not good if it didn't. Blow my accounts. All right, so we're watching gold here. If this 1 minute here can invert this fair value gap, we will take a long on gold. I like this rejection wick on this low here, on this 5-minute low in discount of the higher time frame range. So we'll see what happens here. We needed to invert this though. That's my 1 minute kill shot. 5-minute sweep of liquidity on a low to then a 1 minute inverse fair value gap. But also that 5-minute sweep of liquidity needs to be in discount if I'm going long or premium if I'm going short. So that's a very important rule too. See if it'll give it to us. Okay, hasn't done it yet. We're getting very close though. See if this 1 minute candle will do it. We're gonna zoom in here nice and tight. "30 seconds, just about. Is the 5 minute gonna invert that fair value up too?
Order filled.
All right. Sell limit of 1 at that high. And another sell limit. That high. Okay. Stop loss at the liquidity sweep. First TP is at 5 minute external range liquidity. Next TP is at a 5 minute external range liquidity. Actually, we're gonna put our next one at the fair value gap. This top portion of the fair value gap. So there we go. All right. We're in this trade. See how it goes. See how it goes. And it's copying across. See, is it working? Yep. It's working across all my accounts. So all 10 of my accounts are copying too. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe we can end the day green today. We had the 5 minute sweep of liquidity on this low over here to the left. Then the 1 minute came up And on this candle here, inverted the fair value gap, as you can see right there. And we have a little bit of displacement, a small 1 minute fair value gap right here. And we have on the 5 minute time frame. What else do we have? I don't think that's about it on our conflict. We did hit into discount on our higher time frame range. So we go to the 15 minute time frame, we hit into discount. And look at what this 15 minute candle did when it hit into this low and this fair value gap. A large wick off that fair value and even this fair value gap. So hopefully that holds and we can get some momentum to the upside here, because ultimately on the higher time frames, gold is very bullish, right? Gold ultimately is a bullish asset. So we are hitting to some levels that could push it down, but gold has been pushing up pretty nicely. So hopefully we can keep that momentum going. This is irrelevant now. And I think so is this low too. Yep, this low is irrelevant. All right. Can we catch a win this week already? Like, please. Yesterday was a red day. Nothing bad. We only lost like 22 bucks. But yesterday was a red day, and today so far is a red day. Hopefully we can turn it around, but I'm like, come on, it's 2026. Let's turn this ship around. There's gonna be a lot more trading days though. This is it soon. Are you talking about for Nasdaq? I went long on gold. Okay, it looks like gold is going to invert this fair value gap also. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here on gold. This is kind of the position. I'll delete that. We don't need to have that. It's just, I don't like it when it's all messy. Yeah, if NQ can come down, to this discount, this range in this 15 minute, I'm sure there's 15 minute fair value gaps in here. There's this 15 minute fair value gap, but this little retracement down. Would you be going short or long? Not a believer. I assume long. If you're looking for price to come down to this level, like in this area, I don't know. I don't quite know. All right, we're almost to our first TP on gold. And if we hit that TP, we will be moving stops to break even. Short? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Yeah, we're getting close to the I don't know if you're waiting for that day fair value gap. That's what I'm waiting for. Hopefully it hits in that soon. Or even if it swept this high up here, this 5 minute high, I'd be open to that actually. If it failed to displace these highs again, I'd be open to that. Yeah, if it retraced down to here, I would, if Nasdaq came down, it would have to come down to the discount of this range. So if you look here, it had to come below this 50% mark of this range here. But if it came below that and like into this fair value gap, I could see longs there to then attack the day fair value gap. But if it attacks up here in this day fair value gap, I would be looking for shorts, just like you. I want to look at just gold real fast on the screen. So if you're wondering why did I change my screen, I'm just looking at gold real fast. I just want to do the 1 hour time frame. Shorts might be the ultimate play here on gold, but I'm looking at these lower time frames. They look like they want to go long to these levels, but on the higher time frames, like the 4 hour on gold, I could definitely see it coming down and attacking this 4 hour range and these levels down here. So I am very much aware of that. But we're playing off these lower time frame ranges, like the 15 and the 5 minute. And so we waited for the proper discount, but oh wait, what did I just do? There we go. We'll see what it gives us. What I like here is that we do have this inverse fair value up on the 5 minute, and hopefully with this bearish candle here that's forming the current 5 minute candle on gold, when it closes, I'm hoping that maybe we can get a order block here. Hopefully we can get some kind of order block here and then attack this external range liquidity here on the 5 minute. We'll see if that's what it gives us. for value gaps here. Is it notification? Go. Will it give us an order block? Come on, gold. There we go. Gold break above this high here. I think if we can get gold to break above this high, that'd be pretty solid. If at the end of this 5-minute candle we get this order block, I will be moving my stop loss to the bottom of this order block. Take off a lot of risk there. So the next 2 minutes, we'll see. Maybe it can just go up and hit our TP already. What about that? That'd be sick. So in the next minute, do I get to confirm this and move my stops, or do I have to discard it? I hope I can. I would really like to. Come on. Give me a 5-minute break of this high. Come on. All right, 35 seconds. And then if we can get this order block, I'm gonna go to the restroom real fast. Come on, give me the order block. All right. Looks like, did it give it to us? Yeah. It's hard to tell, but it did give it to us. I'm gonna be right back. Hopefully it hits TP. I need to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Ugh.
filled.
Oh. Okay, we're back. TP hit. That's good. Let's go. I'm long on gold and TP hit. So that's fun. Stops are at break even. And what does it say? Sell stop needs to be 2.
Order filled.
No, why did it do that?
Order filled.
Yeah, I think shorts are actually. Oh, dang it. Okay. Let me see my trade tinker. Let me make sure everything's closed. All right, we're not bad for the day. We've taken off a little bit of our losses. I'm kind of bummed. This is actually like a short opportunity right here. The way it rejected off this high on gold should have been a short opportunity for me. Dang it. Could have waited like a little bit so I could have. We got the win on gold there. So we took off. We were down $130. Now we're down only $74 for the day. And nothing's floating. Okay, so everything's closed. Okay. Okay. Freaking Nasdaq, why couldn't you have just gone up to my low target right up there? Okay, let's see what Nasdaq hasn't given me anything yet. Still watching it, but all right, so we've taken one trade on gold, one trade on Nasdaq. We technically have one more trade we can take on either one of them. And then we could technically take one more trade on Bitcoin too, but Bitcoin hasn't given us a second setup yet. So we're just gonna be patient here on Bitcoin and wait to see what it does. I think shorts were the play still after this long. The fact that this long didn't work out, I still think shorts are the move on Bitcoin until we hit some of these lower levels like London low maybe in this higher time frame fair value gap. Yeah. Yeah, we're only down $70 for the day.
Order filled.
Yeah, $76 for the day. Not bad. $76 is not a bad loss. You went long on gold? Yes. Yeah, gold was a long trade, but it looks like it's either chopping around here or maybe even continuing on the short, which I think when you look at gold on the higher time frames, right? Like if we say we go to 4 hour, right? Gold looks like it could use some relief to come down to, you know, some of these untouched 4 hour fair value gaps. So I went long, took a little stab at a long, but I think ultimately gold might take a little retracement here to the downside. Just kind of bummed it hasn't given me really any short opportunities. But I haven't gone long on Nasdaq yet. It hasn't hit in. I would need to see it hit a low like a 5-minute low and then go up. And I honestly don't think it's gonna give me that. I think what it would probably do is respect this 15-minute fair value gap here, and then maybe attack this day fair value gap. I don't know. Or honestly, it could just rip down from here. I think we might have missed a 1 minute kill shot. I was kind of waiting for it to hit that day fair value up instead, but this 1 minute kill shot would have played out. And that's why you just execute. So I will be journaling that we did make a mistake. That would have been an insane one too, because like your entry would have been, say we market bought, your entry would have been right here, stop loss there, your first TP. First TP would have been this 5-minute unfilled fair value gap. And then your second TP would have been this one. And then you would have let this run. So you'd be floating right now. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good position. Right about a 6R. Risking $90 to here you're up 236. Yeah, so we made a screen for the day. 78 bucks. We made another 114 there, so now you're green for the day. And then floating here at 184. Dang. Dang, you just missed that one. That would have been a good short. Did you end up going short? Not a believer? Did you end up catching a short here? Because it looks like it worked out for you. Dang. Looks like gold might continue on from here. Let me capture one, two, up to there. first TP was here. Oh, we didn't capture much on this gold trade. But it won. Maybe we can catch something during Asia later today on gold. Or maybe it'll give us another opportunity. We'll see. We have one more trade we can take today. All right, stream. I just want to let you guys know on one other deal that we got going on right now with affiliates. If you use TradeSyncer, so this is the TradeSyncer is the software I use to copy all my accounts. So you can see my P&L card right here. Watch, you'll see it'll pop up. So TradeSyncer, it's loading. TradeSyncer is the software I use to copy all my accounts together. It's a web-based platform, pretty easy to utilize. So this is like all my accounts right now that you can see. This is my P&L card that it does. Pretty cool. And it will sync unlimited accounts. You can add unlimited accounts. You can use code Maniac, as you can see down there, and you get up to 10% off your subscription if you have a bunch of prop firm accounts you're trying to copy trade. And we also have, so if you don't want to use TradeSyncer, I do have another one called Tradecopia. And this one is another great trade copier that is actually much cheaper than TradeSyncer. And this one, if you use code Maniac, you get 35% off. You can track your progress. It has risk management, and so does TradeSyncer. They're just different costs. But this one is not a web-based platform. This one you would actually have to download the software, and then it's like a program in your computer. But this Tradecopia is another great one that if you sign up and use code Maniac, you get 35% off of your subscription. So with Tradecopia, it's $50 for unlimited accounts, and you get all the basic features and everything like that. And with 35% off, I think it comes up less than the basic. So it's pretty decent. And if you do your yearly, you can do yearly and then save even more if you use my code. So you do 35% off of that. I would say most people probably need just the basic on Tradecopia, and same for TradeSyncer. There's different levels too, but there's different programs you can use there. But if you use code Maniac, you'll get a discount there too. So TradeSyncer and Tradecopia, all the links are in my bio or in the description down below if you're on YouTube. Take advantage of those while you can. Looks like gold actually might be continuing here. The bummer that it stopped us out at break even. I thought with the way that candle was looking, I was like, oh, it's gonna break through and then go right to the next one. Oh well, it didn't end up happening. What happened to my Bitcoin's shooting down too again. want the green little check mark. Right here. So this one. Okay. And this one. And then this one lost. That one lost. And then we had this one over here. That lost. Let me set up this one. For when we do our trade recaps, we can mark those out. So that one lost on Nasdaq. And let's get this set up here. Targets were down here. It just missed it. Oh wait, no, that wasn't our target. Our target was down here. And that one lost too. Too. Okay, the last thing I'm really looking for here is that maybe Nasdaq comes and sweeps one of these 5-minute lows, or does gold start sweeping some of these highs and give us rejection and go short? Because right now I'm not really looking for going long again. The opportunity was down there. It stopped us out. I was hoping it kind of would have just run, but ended up chopping around a little bit and getting us out of that position. But nice thing is the gold one ended up being a winner over a loser. So we bid about a 50% win rate today on all of our positions. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's about to break through these lows. All right. Dang it, Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, giving me a clean shorting opportunity. All right. Nice. Good. I hope you ended up profitable at the end of the day, Slushy. I was actually able to catch one winner, and I had one loser. The loser outweighed the winner, so we're down still like $76 in the accounts each. So kind of a bummer, but $76 is a pretty small loss that we could definitely come back from tomorrow if we get one winner. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. We didn't get any opportunities to go long down here. And I think I missed the short opportunity on Nasdaq. We did get the opportunity to go long on gold over here, which I thought was a great one. It ended up winning, not as much as I wanted to, and kind of subs out. It's still going up to those targets I was looking for though, but so hopefully it keeps it looks like we were right though on gold. Just a bummer that it stopped us out at break even once we got to move our stops up. Lately our stop losses on gold have been or on our 1 minute kill shot on Nasdaq and gold have been pretty wide. Usually they're much tighter. So nice. Yeah, I was like really tempted to hop back in, but I would be breaking my rules of like following a specific model. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be disciplined this year. My goal is to be extremely disciplined on my model and just execute. And so that's my goal, is just be extremely disciplined on that and just follow my rules and stay super almost robotic when it comes to executing. Just like if it shows up, like as if I'm a bot. They're there, execute. Don't even think about it. And if it goes against you or whatever, just execute. That's my goal this year, be robotic with my execution, because I know I can trust my trading model. And we're only 2 days into 2026. This is only my second trading day of the year, and we're in a very good place. We're not in a bad spot. Bitcoin's diving right now, which is what I thought it was going to do, but it never gave me the opportunity. Yeah. I want to know when Bitcoin hits this. All right, I'm setting up some alerts because I really want to know. I really want to know if Bitcoin hits below these levels into these fair value gaps down here. I'm looking for a long in that area. And then gold, I'm gonna start setting up some alerts because I just want to know. Let's see. I want to know when gold hits this high, and I want to see how it reacts. See. I'm gonna start setting up some alerts because I wanna know if I can get some opportunities here. I definitely want to know when Nasdaq hits this day high. Okay. Okay, we got some alerts on that I'm paying attention to. Facts, I'm still having trouble following my own rules. Yeah, me too. I struggle. I mean, everyone does, right? It's hard because you think you're gonna miss out on an opportunity, right? It's understandable, but what I've found in 2025 is like your best friend is your rules. Like your best friend is the rules that you've set for yourself. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it for a stream today. We've been streaming for 2 hours now, and I'm not seeing any setups really coming anytime soon, so I'm gonna call it. And we're gonna be patient. Maybe we'll get some more trade opportunities later today, but if not, it's okay. If you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, I post all my trading recaps of what happened that day once the market's closed and once I've kind of called it for the day. And so if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, go look for those. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning at market open for the next stream. Hang on, baby girl. I'm gonna come over there, okay?